All right, this is the third episode of the Rabbit Hole
Three.
podcast, and yeah, and then we're actually addressing the rabbit hole this time. The idea for the thing is to go down the rabbit hole on different trending topics. So we're going to do the rabbit hole this time, and somebody actually messaged us that there are so many rabbit hole podcasts. Welcome. So
And there are. Oh
there,
my God.
there are many. Let
But
me.
here's the thing. A lot of those rabbit hole podcasts are more about murder mysteries that weren't solved or disappearance of people. A lot of rehashing of old shit
Well,
that no one has
if you look
answers
through
to.
here, these guys are doing the Mandela effect. Do you know what the Mandela effect is?
Yeah, that's 2 episodes. That's 2 episodes tops.
Yeah.
You're going to run a whole channel on that?
Well,
No offense,
I just
boys.
found out because I was looking. I'm like, what is right? And that's
Oh,
a whole. That's a
you never
rabbit
heard of
hole
that?
on a rabbit hole. So the Mandela effect, from what I understand, is when a mass group of people believe something happened, but it didn't happen that way.
But everyone
And
remembers it that way.
everyone remembers that way, usually just from news reports and pictures and what they were told, and
Mm-hmm.
that's how it happened, I'll put up some examples of the Mandela effect when I look it up, but like those, like you said, that could be 5 different episodes.
Yeah,
That's these guys right here. And then I think we're not as ugly as some of the podcasts with Rabbit Hole.
oh, no way. Absolutely no way. Come on.
The Mustache Brothers here, like they look like they could be like, like they ride a tandem bicycle while riding that
The top
rides a
left guy,
unicycle.
the
These
top
two,
left guy looks like Norton with a
this
mustache.
guy,
Look at him.
no,
And to the
look,
right,
these
who's
two
that
look
to the
like
right?
they make their own bicycles.
And what's
These
going on
guys,
with the lower corner? The
Lex
purple,
Luthor, who,
yeah, and the
this guy
purple. No, the guy with the wrestling singlet on next to the mustache boy.
here,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh no, well, he's just looking to score dudes online. He's, well, let's hear what it is.
Hey everybody, welcome to the inaugural podcast of Rabbit Hole. My name is William Crandall. Go ahead.
Are you the host, Will? I
am now.
They suck. Like, I'm
All right.
already not interested.
Let's not do this to the people that do watch our shit. Let's stop. Because this is like a bathroom rape at 2 a.m.
Look, here's some people that actually did. At least these guys have some. They got somebody drawing for them. They got some animation. So this is, we all seem to have the same idea. Like, let's put up clips and we'll make fun about it. This guy, tried to watch this guy. He's one of those guys who wants to inspire people, dude.
Yeah, I'm not
if you
into
could just
inspiring
eat right.
anyone.
Yeah. And he talks and talks, but he says nothing. He says nothing. So fine, there's a lot of rabbit hole. There's a lot of everything.
There's a lot of them.
So this brings us to my first rabbit hole was Bugs Bunny.
Your own personal rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Right. Now, we've all seen this, so explain to us why this was your first metaphorical and literal rabbit hole.
Well, when I was a kid, this was really my first, my first foray into comedy, let's say, was living through Bugs Bunny. And I just loved how much of a wise ass he is, And even like when he's in trouble, like, look, he's like, fuck you. And that's how you got to live your life, like Bugs Bunny,
Well, Bugs Bunny that's a stand-up comics attitude.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, he was my first example of comedy, I think. And then he had a rabbit hole that he could go anywhere. In the beginning of this, he says, made a left. I should have made a left in Albuquerque. Like, he can go anywhere in the world. He can pull anything out of that rabbit hole.
He was always looking for Pismo Beach, too. That fucking rabbit needed a GPS.
Was it Pismo?
Something like that, yeah.
Miami. I thought it was Miami Beach, no? I don't know.
Well, there's the Mandela effect. I remember it as Pismo. Right.
Read this guy's description.
Right. Down the Rabbit Hole by Robert Simmons. Join your host comedian, Rob Damk, a former Jehovah's Witness and wannabe street philosopher, as he navigates and tries to figure out this
Yeah.
crazy world out on his own.
Who
Down the
wrote
Rabbit
this?
Hole, let me finish this. This is crazy. Down the Rabbit Hole podcast is a program
Sorry.
that features an eclectic mix of pop culture, comedy, and inspiration that seeks to forge a unique brotherhood and sisterhood free of thinkers and skeptics. You should have had this guy write our fucking bio.
Ours is much more simple than this.
Well, first we got to back up because he's a Jehovah's Witness comedian.
He's a Jehovah's Witness, so he spends half the show trying to convert you. And
Oh, wow,
The
this-
merch that he tries to sell you afterwards is your everlasting soul. That's what he sells you. You want to live forever, man?
So
That's all I'm offering.
look, I don't want to bash this guy because who knows? He might be freaking hysterical, and who the hell are we?
I think we should just contact all of them and tell them that we're starting the Rabbit Hole channel, and they have to pay us $50 each to have their Rabbit Hole podcast on the Rabbit Hole channel. And you don't want to miss this one in a lifetime chance.
So we could be the general contractor, and we'll sub out all
Right.
the work.
And
Yeah.
we just sit.
Wet our
and
beaks.
We just give out the rabbit holes. We just give out. So circling back to Bugs Bunny, my other rabbit hole when I was a kid was, of course, when she falls down the rabbit hole when, and then she has to drink the small drink, and then
In Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland, of
Right.
course.
Right.
So, she falls down the rabbit hole, and then she's like in her own personal hell. And then I found out that was heroin, right? Wasn't
Yes.
Alice in Wonderland?
Mhm.
So she's sitting at the tree and she ties off, and then poof,
Pops a vein and
right, and then down the rabbit hole.
hello. Is there anybody out there?
So it shows you how long opiates have been in our culture. Like for
Well, you look at all those great authors that like Dickens. I mean, what was he on?
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
all
I
of
mean,
them.
what this
Poe.
really was supposed to be, but as a kid, you don't know that.
No, it's just
and you-
fantasy and abstract fun.
Right.
And
And even, in that early on, it was just it's always been this concept in our culture, because like this rabbit hole behind us, we've all peered down
Right.
into that hole in the ground,
like, what's in there? Does he have a
What's
couch?
happening? Yeah. Have you ever seen The Fantastic Mr. Fox?
No. Every week
Oh.
you mention a movie that I've never seen. We got to keep the streak going.
You gotta see that. Yeah, they tunnel under the ground in that movie. There's
No, I
a
never
lot of
saw
rabbit
it.
holes.
I
All
never
right,
saw.
well, then let's get to your rabbit holes. You got
Let's
some
move.
crazy
Now,
shit.
I just want to preface this. I don't know if you looked at any of these. I
I
know we
did.
talked about. Okay, so some of them are so frightening. So this girl,
acting fields and how she was able to save up money to move to LA and live her dream of becoming an Academy Award-winning actress. She makes a point to mention that the
Who is she? I've never seen her before in my life.
she's some mentally ill person. She's crazy, obviously crazy.
So
I feel
what's this
bad for
rabbit
her.
hole?
reason she drove a taxi is because she wanted to avoid confrontations with married men.
What is this?
So she thinks that she is connected to Leonardo DiCaprio because their birth dates are 3 days away, and she's
3
an
days.
actress.
They're 3 days apart. This
3 days
guy looks
apart.
way more interesting.
Whoa, you're going way too further. You're going way too far. You got to go back. Go back. You're too smart. Okay, so now her whole life has been theater class. Now she's not so crazy that she couldn't go to school. She's got a degree from a college in theater.
Mhm.
You can see she has a job. She's paid for acting classes, and she puts a lot of time and effort into this.
But
and
why
it's-
do we care about her? What do we?
Why do we
kept
care
you
about
on
her?
Yeah, what kept you on her?
To be honest, when she listed her accomplishments, I found it so fucking hysterically funny
What are
that
her
I thought it was well deserved. So just play it and listen to it.
You
It's
got
just
pulled into this woman's life.
She makes a point to mention that the reason she drove a taxi is because she wanted to avoid confrontations with married men,
Me too.
who she is against messing around with.
Yeah.
so
It's
much. Yeah,
unclear what the correlation is between the two.
You know that she bangs married men.
that's all she does.
Towards the bottom,
And then she
Leo
kills
says
them.
She's been confronting Leo since 2008 about their 3-day relationship.
So
Oh
she's
my
been
God.
harassing him since
Poor
2008.
DiCaprio. Dude,
Yeah.
think about this. You got this psychotic woman coming since 2008. And she says it's designed by God and that she has to be with him.
Because they are
And
born 3 days apart.
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
right. It's ordained. It's preordained, Leo.
And everything will be fine. Just listen to this. This is
Oh, hey,
fantastic.
wait. So this is a good point that this brings us to. I have such a great story to tell you.
Okay, good.
All right. So when I was in LA, I think I told you that I met that I met that I met Kate Hudson on the beach.
Yes, I do remember
and
that.
in Malibu. In Malibu.
Yeah, you said she was the nicest person in the world.
She really was, dude. She really was. I met Kate Hudson on the beach in Malibu, and she had her son Hunter or Tyler or whatever in this motorized dune buggy, and he's she's controlling it with a remote and driving him around. So of course I was like, what is that? You know,
Right.
This is 2005, I guess. All right, so I make this joke to her and she laughs and she snorts, right?
Right.
So then I snort back at her and then we both laughed more, you know. I don't even remember what the joke was. What did I say to her? Anyway,
And then she blew you.
no. I mean, I've had that outcome in my mind a few times when I thought about it, you know, So anyway, here's where the stalker part comes in. Okay, so
So now wait, let me stop you for a minute.
So we
because
have
if you
that-
were if you were not normal, you would have taken that interaction as something more than what it just was. Like, oh my God, we're meant to be
Well,
together. She
yeah,
snorted.
when
We
she-
snorted together.
That's when she did, and when I made her laugh, it was like magical. It was like, you know
We're
what I
meant
mean?
to
Like,
be. Don't you
Yeah.
see that, Kate? Kate,
Yeah.
do you remember that?
a little unicorn came up and it kicked me in the head, and then little hearts and a bluebird landed on my shoulder.
You had a Snapchat
so-
filter.
All right, and so then okay, great meeting you. Walk away, you know.
Right.
So, I see that I'm at the store and I see that she's got a premiere for, was it 50 First Dates? No, that wasn't her.
No, it was
It
later
was
than that.
some really crappy movie.
Yeah, I don't remember
And
the movie.
What was this crappy movie that she was in?
It wasn't with
Anyway, all right.
McConaughey, right?
I'll figure it out. Yeah.
Was the one with McConaughey where
Yeah.
they're dating, or he's an astronaut or some shit.
She's got to lose him. I don't know what. So anyway, I see that she's going to be there. So I walk over there and she
Now,
gets out.
how much later is this from this first encounter?
4 months. Probably
Whoa.
4 months.
All right. 4
So
months.
yeah, no, I see that she's going to be there. So she gets out of this car and, you know, like literally like onto the red carpet to walk in to the premiere outside of the Kodak Theater. And I screamed to her, Kate, remember me? I'm snorting. And she looks over at me like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And then I like, literally see her security like look at me like, and I'm like, we snorted on the beach, remember? We snorted.
You were squealing like a pig in anaphylactic shock.
We snorted, remember? You love me. You love me. Remember?
So she looked at you for a moment. You guys made eye
She looked at
contact?
him. What? What the
Okay.
fuck? Why are you snorting at me? Yeah, and then she just walked away.
So how
And
cause
then-
was
and then
security?
I mean, I was probably 25 feet away, which made it even weirder. Because I'm snorting. Remember
wish-
me?
I
Remember me?
I can't believe you didn't film
So-
that.
I was really embarrassed about it till I realized it's a great story.
That's
And then,
hilarious.
it's the weirdest realization when you go, I'm a fucking stalker. What am I doing?
Well, now wrap it back to this woman here. The
Okay.
encounter you had with
We,
someone. If you-
right. So she's convinced herself.
right. But you're
Yeah.
sane, so you knew after you embarrassed yourself to just
Right. that-
draw.
what am I doing?
But this one, she goes on and on. She's
Yeah.
Completely delusional. Play it a little more.
I could never read all this or listen to all this.
Girls who
Right.
don't go to school and who aren't even from this country. He's supposed to be working to support Team USA, not some other country. Every movie since 2008 especially that he has distributed without being honest about the negative cause and effect that he is and has been having.
Oh, okay. So here's another great point about rabbit holes is now she's turning against him. I love you. And not anymore.
But why are you doing this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Why won't you be with me? If I can't have you, no one can. All right, where are we supposed to go? 13, 11?
Yeah.
13.
Well, wait, that may have been too focused. She she has a website. No, you got to go back. You got to go back to
Her?
this crazy bitch. Yeah. She has a website with her reel on it. And it's just, it's so brilliantly crazy that I thought it was worth watching. Here we go. Turn it up. There we go.
Site. The video of her demo roll displayed on her IMDb is extremely strange and a bit disturbing to watch. Let's take a look.
Hi, my
Hey.
name is Andrea Calabrese, and I'm an official book parent.
And I'm a retarded child.
What'd you say? I'm official what?
I don't know. Keep going.
Hi.
It gets better. It gets better.
My name is Anna Calabrese.
What is this flesh?
What did she
Oh,
say?
look at that.
What'd she say?
I don't know.
Let's go back.
What is this switch?
And I'm not
But she's so dedicated to it.
Here we go.
What is this flesh? What is my pants?
What is this pledge? My purpose is like pigs.
Yeah.
Kate,
Keep-
over here.
Keep going, Kate. Keep going.
Leo, notice me. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is her reel.
she sends this to agents.
Which is,
I jumped it back.
that's fine. It's just
She
complete
sends this
nonsense.
to agents, dude.
Don't miss.
She sends
this.
this to agents, and they go, "What am I supposed to do with this?" I guess you call like a doctor or something.
It's,
God bless you all. She got some serious problems, man.
Abduction experience.
okay, so stop for 1 second. Now, this guy has 3 websites, and one of them is he makes these hats that stop the aliens from
Are they
monitoring your brainwaves.
They're tinfoil hats.
No, they're not tinfoil. They're very intricate rubber bullshit. I don't know what it is. He'll do it for free. He'll show you how to do it.
Kevlar. It's Kevlar.
I don't know what it is, but this guy is into a lot of
Have
weird
you ever
shit.
heard the theory that we from the Roswell crash in '47, all we could reverse engineer was Kevlar, the integrated circuit, and fiber optic cable. So Kevlar is blocks bullets, and you can block radar with it, and then the integrated circuit is the birth of the computer.
Mhm.
And then fiber optics is how you make them all talk to each other.
And we use all of that to make dildos. That's all we use it for.
Right, but those are amazing. The rabbit, and we went down the
Right.
rabbit hole, which is the #1 vibrator.
Yeah.
That thing is technologically. It's so.
You could
Yeah, but
you
if
could
you
nail
look-
and finish nails with that fucking
If you
thing.
look at the inventions, though, they all happened right around that time. Not that I believe that that's true, but
Well, there could be some legitimate truth to that. I mean, if you look
I
at
don't know.
time up to the late 40s and till now, how we've grown exponentially through electronics, it doesn't make sense. It happened too quickly.
What? How fast technology is taking off?
Yeah.
Well, the printing press was 1440, so not really.
Well, no, I'm talking about from
Yeah,
1440 to
no, I know what you mean.
1947, you know?
If you look at from when the first computers till now,
Right.
it's probably just 80 years, right? So
I don't know. I don't know what the timeline is on that is, but if you look at technology and the growth of it from up to 47, 48, whenever that was,
right.
and then from 47, 48 forward, it makes no sense that we can grow exponentially that much, 130% over just 40% over 100 years before. It makes no
And
sense.
then you got to be a rocket scientist to fix anything. Like you lift the hood of your car, it's
Yeah.
just a big plastic shield over the motor. You're
Yeah.
like,
You can't even find the motor anymore.
how did I fix it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know where is the carburetor? I don't know.
The
Is-
carburetor's
is
not
there
been
one-
around since the 80s.
Right?
It's all
There is,
fuel
right?
injection.
It's all fuel injection. There is no
Yeah.
carburetor.
No more
Right? So
carburetors.
there you go. I'm already lost.
So I think that definitely is a great theory that maybe we could jump in on that one day too. But let's keep going with this lunatic
So
here.
now this is the guy who makes the
He makes the hats, and he's got a website here you see for aliens and children encounters, and it's just
what then this oh, it doesn't say what he does.
just play a little bit of it.
Is the drawing of aliens made by children that are collected on the website. These apparently depict things like alien-human hybrids, which will be further explored soon. Clicking Why Aliens Abduct Humans leads you to a further explanation of why these abductions supposedly occur and their link to autism. Michael explains that, for years there were accounts of alien encounters where the alien showed a little black box to humans. The aliens held up the box and pointed to it, then returned to their spacecraft and left. The box contains a live fetus of a hybrid which is part human and part alien.
Elon Musk.
Showing the box is an act of triumph. The aliens plan to call it.
That's Elon Musk.
In the box,
See all the little boxes, and then you get all the little boxes, and then
and
well,
he's the big box.
this is an old theory that aliens seeded the Earth.
Yeah,
You know
that we're like monkey and alien DNA.
yeah, and isn't that what the Scientologists believe? Isn't that their whole deal? Is that we're aliens?
Yeah, but
Zool? Is it Zool? No.
they're more about money. They don't give a shit about anything else.
They're all about controlling downtown Clearwater for some reason.
Which is so beautiful. It's so nice down there.
I knew this guy that wrote for Battlefield Earth, the movie, which was based on an L. Ron Hubbard book, and then it won a Razzie.
That was a
which is
terrible
like-
movie. Travolta was in
Well,
that.
Razzie is the worst movie of that year. So because he accepted the Razzie, he was scorned.
Blackballed.
And he said that the Scientologist ruined his life.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah. See, I don't think we need the sound for this. I think we get it.
Well, he had this one theory. He was talking about kids with autism. He felt that they
that's
were
down here.
Yeah. Alien
But-
abduction result for humans.
Then
Yeah,
they're
it's just-
traumatized. They're just then
Yeah.
we scrambled their brains a little too much.
Yeah. So it's again, this is the rabbit hole. This is where it's leading me.
Well, a lot of people believe that autism isn't really, that they live in their own world and there's nothing wrong with that world. It's just not ours.
Right.
It's just not our world. So it's hard to, to talk across worlds, I guess.
Who knows?
Yeah, this guy's completely out of his mind, dude. Just
Yeah.
like.
But
Holy-
here's the rub.
Wait. Sperm taken. What?
What?
All right, so you look here.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, the transgenic fertilization.
The
This is how it's
second
done.
generation alien human hybrid, and he's sure that like his barista is one of these. You know what I mean?
This guy has got grabs. Look at
he's gonna abduct his barista and kill his barista, trying to free it from being an alien. Meanwhile, the guy's like, "Just let me go, Mister." No.
stop alien abductions. The thought screen helmet is all we have. That's the helmet that I was telling you about.
The thought screen helmet. Of course. Well, of course, that's all we have.
Mhm.
Of course.
And it works. It does work. He says ever since he.
Is that it?
That's it. There. Yeah. Listen to him. Listen to this fucking.
All right,
It
let's
looks like
hear
the
it.
Gordon's fisherman. Look at him.
Let's hear the Gordon's fisherman. Well, I mean, what did he even make this out of? I love
The
it.
most interesting aspect of these sites is how dedicated. The next website is.
Wait.
All right. That's it.
Abduction prevention. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they can fly here from across the universe, but all you do is wear this hat. Now they can't get you.
Yep. Now you're fine. You're safe.
What's this one?
Oh, this one is so deep. I don't even know how I found this.
It looks like a website that was made in like 1999.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's like, I don't understand. Then children's drawings. or involved somehow.
It's just so bizarre.
This all looks so old. Like someone's trying to rehash some bullshit.
Yeah.
Give me fresh crazy. I want fresh crazy, Darren. You're giving me old ass crazy. Look at this fucking from message boards and shit. This is like, come on. I want fresh crazy.
Well, we got fresh crazy. Believe me, it's coming up.
All right. Well, what was up with this?
This one, I didn't even know how I found this. Again, rabbit hole. You're just clicking from one to the other to the next. I had no idea. Now I know that cigarette advertising back in the day, it was all over TV, but I had no idea that they used the Flintstones to sell fucking Winston cigarettes. You have any idea?
Oh, because the kid broke the plan. He has to take aspirin.
Find what I'm talking about. What the number it was. It's before that. It's way before that. The fucking Flintstones.
What'd they
Look
do?
at it. They're selling
Smoking
fucking
butts.
cigarettes. How fucking funny is this?
We ought to do something, Fred. Okay?
What?
How's about taking a night? I got a better idea.
Let's smoke some joints.
Winston break.
Yeah.
Yeah, Winston is the one.
Now pause this.
To deliver flavor 20 times.
How the fuck did we allow this? How did they allow this? Kids are watching this. Well, what do we get? Snap, crackle, and pop.
Oh, but dude-
rubbers at a glass pipe. What the fuck was going on?
This is during the time where you could smoke in a hospital as long as you were in the smoking section. You could smoke on a plane.
But you still didn't want your 8-year-old smoking.
I remember when I was a little kid, I remember walking through the supermarket with my mom smoking.
I remember walking through
What?
Roosevelt Field Mall and my father smoking.
Yeah, it's just so back then, why not have them push it,
See, but that's the answer everyone gives. That's fucking crazy. This was a kid show.
Yeah, well, I'm sure if 20 years from now, you'll look back and go, I can't believe I was vaping. And then
Fucking
you'll
hell.
get back on the oxygen.
Yeah, but I would know not to let my fucking 8-year-old do it. I don't want the Smurfs advertising my new vape juice.
Well, I started stealing my mom's Merits when I was 12 years old.
Merit.
I'd smoke them at the dead end with Pam and Dawn.
Even as a miscreant, you were a pussy. Merit
Eh.
cigarettes.
Well, that's all my mom had. And then we would fight for this. We had this stuff called Sweet Breath that you would put on your tongue, and it would like fucking.
Oh, like a Banaka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
shit was so horrible.
Hey, look at Betty. Or Wilma. Lighten up.
I know they're all, and apparently, like it was a big part of the show here.
Yeah.
Like, it was-
Unbelievable,
The
right?
whole show is them smoking cigarettes. I don't know what the fuck's going on now. I don't know what.
All right, so the next one, I don't know, this is just bullshit. The next one is, no, close this.
This was the ad.
Yeah. Fucking terrible. TV was terrible. Look at this,
Well,
monkeys.
it was all
We're using
live.
monkeys to sell tires.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, give the monkey a fucking awl. Let him start swinging a pointy awl at things. Oh my god.
Wow. I didn't know they had Go Flat tires way back in the day.
Oh, yeah,
What?
yeah,
Really?
sure. Yeah, who the
How
fuck
much
the-
for the monkey though?
That's what you're questioning? They had a monkey on set with a fucking shiv in its hand.
Well, and right, and he's fine with it. He's worked with it before. He only stabbed me once.
And to defend the monkey, I mean, you fucked up
Yeah.
his rider.
Listen, we tried to get him back in the cage, so he stabbed us. That just makes sense.
Look at this crazy
That
shit.
just
She's
shows that he's
hovering over.
smart.
You
It's
see this
floor wax.
broad? She's hovering over the floor, like
Well, because it's floor wax.
Back to the
Yeah.
Future.
My God. And you know what? That probably cost $85,000 to make that happen back in the 50s.
And look at her dicky husband just trying to scuff up the floor.
Yeah, like, what
Oh,
the hell's
fucking
wrong with this
dick.
guy? Well,
Could
there
you
go.
imagine, like Kevin James selling toothpaste?
Well, it was live
Like
commercials.
in the middle of his. It's so weird.
It's
You know.
live commercials. They used to.
You
do
think this
live-
was live?
Yeah, probably. They probably
Really?
filmed the show live and in the beginning.
That's why it's glow.
No,
Now
but
this
I
one-
just started to watch this.
This one is my.
Social Doctor.
Okay, here's my thing with that.
He has a dark side.
A little bit. It's not as dark as I would have liked it to have been because I think he's the biggest pile of shit. I can't stand his stuff. Ugh. Can't stand it.
What?
All right, The Grinch is fine.
Not in a rabbit hole, not in a rabbit mole. You
I
never
guess
read that one?
I always found this stuff to be so annoying and his
Oh.
cartoons to be so rudimentary and
What's his
whatever.
dark arts? His dark arts are like, what is it? It's like
Well, no.
Maple-
Here's the funny thing about this video. I'm expecting like something really, really bad. What this video is about, at the end, they tell you there's 12 hidden paintings that he didn't release until he died, and they're like his dark period, which is just more macabre, and they're actually kind of cool. So what I
Yeah.
stumbled upon, which I found what was really his more dark period, was he dabbled in a little bit. I'm not saying he was, but he dabbled
Satanism?
in racist cartoons.
What?
Doesn't make him a racist, but
Wait.
go to the time slot. Did I give you a time slot on that?
He hates the Jews. Oh my God, wait.
No, he doesn't hate the Jews. Go to the.
Well, what is this?
Well, he worked for the government.
What
as
does
well.
this mean? What does this mean?
This was
Remember
this
one
was
more lollipop, then you all go home. The Nazi snuffleupaguses.
this is when he worked for the U.S. government doing propaganda.
Why does
for
it
them.
say the appeaser?
I have no idea. You'll have to dig him up and ask him.
Darren,
I told you this is what I found.
what? Somebody made this. This isn't true.
No, these are real. I'm telling you, these are real. He worked for the government for a while during the war campaign to help, like a propaganda, for our side, of course.
So it's Horton here's a Nazi.
Yeah.
Well, it's all anti-Nazi though, right?
Yes, except
Yeah,
back
some
up a
of
little
it-
bit.
Some of it seemed a little anti-Semitic there, buddy.
Well, there's a.
What
go
does
to-
the appeaser mean?
Except cartoons. The
Okay,
funny thing about these
just keep it
drawings
from here.
is that many of them contain creatures and caricatures that are very familiar to the wacky animals later seen in his children's books. So it gets very surreal when you see something like Horton representing the GOP and Adolf Hitler drawn in his signature whimsical style. But just to be absolutely clear,
Whimsical.
Dr. Seuss
Whimsical Hitler.
Yeah, very whimsical. You didn't know that about him?
That would be such a great musical.
was very opposed to fascism and American isolationism during World War II, but he wasn't always on the right side of history, especially when you.
There we go.
He's
There it is.
Antifa.
There we go.
So this is like
Yeah.
MZ Sambo.
Yeah. Little
Bullshit.
offensive. Little
A
offensive.
little, just a little.
Yeah.
Don't draw them like people. Draw them like monkeys.
Here's my question to you. If he was alive today and this was,
Look at the
out
Chinese
today.
people.
would he get canceled?
Well, no, I mean this is reflective of the times. We
Well,
can't.
but
you
taking down
can't cancel
statues-
your history. Yeah, if he was putting this shit out today, of course he'd get canceled.
Right?
Yeah. Well, look. Hey, look. Everybody just had to learn the hard lesson that their grandpa knew, which is why Grandpa wore a hood, so nobody would know his name or his
Right.
face. Now all these guys are fucking putting their pictures on Parlor and the Instagram. Morons.
You highlight these two
I
comments.
mean, I'm glad they did it. It sure made it easy to find them.
Right. But this I found to be kind of shocking. Hilarious and shocking.
It's
I never liked him
it's
anyway.
horrible, dude. That's just horrible.
But the point of it being funny is that the guy who's making this video doesn't even realize that this is the worst of it. It's not these 12 shitty pictures at the end of the video that are dark and macabre. It's this. This is what you should be talking about.
Well,
He's drawing horrible pictures of racist people, man. What the
but
fuck
then
are you
he
doing?
took all those same creatures and made them fun and nice.
So I guess
And
if he's
they're all-
blowing a swazzle phone, it's a right to draw an aborigine burning a white man in a pot, right? Then it's okay?
It's
Because it's in a swazzle phone.
well,
Buckbeard.
I mean, look, this brings up a very interesting point. This rabbit hole brings us to about humanity. All right, so very often after a genocide, we leave the people that took part in it to still be in charge. You know, like in Germany, you know, the mayor of the town wherever Bergen-Belsen was, you know, which was like a death center, the mayor
Right.
stayed the mayor.
Mhm.
The town controller stayed the town control. All the people that made this crap possible, you know, that laundered all the shirts and brought the food up the hill and knew what was going on. We leave those people in charge. after the end of the Civil War. We didn't take a sheriff that was hanging black people and get rid of them. Nope. We just left them there.
Right.
So what happens is that you never get rid of that racism or whatever the problem was, it just kind of goes underground for a while into the rabbit hole, bounces around for a while. And then somebody goes, hey, I can control these psychos. And they try and do that. And they call it the Tea Party or the Proud Boys or whatever you want to call it. And it never works out. The Nazis, in Turkey, they tried the same thing. It just doesn't, they wind up coming back to bite you,
So basically, it's all Dr. Seuss's fault.
I couldn't agree more. We got to find this guy.
That son of a bitch with
And
his
then-
hackneyed garbage.
And literally, was he like, well, what do you want? Or who we hating this week, boys? Chinese?
And here's another question. Here's a question too. Let's say it was of the times, and that's how things were looked at, and it was a cartoon. So even if it was of the times, how do you draw that and not think, maybe?
Oh, no, it's wrong.
I mean,
You know it.
I can't.
You know it while you're doing it. You know what you're doing is wrong.
If you're laughing at it because it's going to hurt someone's feelings that you're not comfortable with, then it's fucking wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think any comedy that somebody has to suffer and for it to be, unless, and that's why people do self-deprecating humor, because they're like, well, I'll just make fun of myself,
Right.
And that's why I never like when comics do just stereotypical racist crap. They go, well, like you'll see a black comic say, I'm on stage, so I'm not robbing your house. And you're like, what the fuck, dude? Why would you perpetuate that? What's funny about that? And then I feel the only people laughing at shit like that are people that are racist.
Racist, yeah. It's
Yeah,
the way,
like-
see, he knows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
No,
crazy.
you're right.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's got no place in comedy, But apparently Seuss was like, who are we hating this week, boys? But
Yeah.
at least he was anti-fascist.
And he was he even a doctor? I don't even think he was a doctor, right? It's
Well,
not even
a
his
doctor
name.
in the sense where anybody can say, I'm a doctor.
Yeah, like Bill Cosby.
Well, I think Bill Cosby was awarded a doctorate.
Yeah, by several colleges. These are his dark ones. These are the dark
This
ones
is
that they were
supposed to be
talking
the
about.
dark ones?
Yes, this is the big shocking.
And
I think this is his best work, to be
it's
quite
like
honest.
F.D. Escher. I agree. This is beautiful to me.
His other stuff sucks. This stuff
What's
I love.
wrong with this? I like it.
I don't know. This is
It
the
remi-
secret darker art.
Kind of
so
reminds me
whatever.
of Angry Birds.
Look at that guy.
Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me like he dressed as a woman, but a Nazi woman. He liked to dress as Eva Braun,
Yeah.
and his lover would dress as Hitler, and then have at him.
Well, the point of this is, there's so many.
These are beautiful.
If you look back, history, revisionist history, there's so many people back from, the 50s, 40s, whatever it may be, that probably if we really looked into their backgrounds, we'd be canceling them all. And is that something
Well,
we should be doing? I mean, you just
yeah.
can't cancel out the work due
Look,
to.
Show me any point in time the racists have always been assholes, right?
Well,
Like
yeah,
when you grew up, the few idiots that were racists in your high school were the assholes, and they always have been. They always have.
they go hand in hand.
Right, because to anyone else, you go, this doesn't seem right. Gotta
Rather
get
than
that
comfort
video.
her,
Gotta do it for the TikTok, for the gram.
to me, that's just, we're so broken because that's the majority
Come on,
of
forget
society now.
TikTok. You ever go down the World Star rabbit hole?
Yeah, you introduced me to that. That's
The World Star rabbit hole is totally its own rabbit hole. We're
Those
going to do
fights.
a World Star show. We should do a World Star. What's
should.
trending on World Star?
because I love the
Um,
comments. The comments are the best.
I found that a lot of times there seems to be this rule on the street that when you're knocked out, he asleep. They're supposed to stop pounding on you, but
Sleep.
a lot of people don't. Yeah, they don't abide by the he asleep.
I
And
have a problem with those fight ones sometimes because
he asleep.
when those guys hit their heads, oh,
They just
it's
go
so
down,
upsetting.
man.
Yeah, and then and getting kicked when they're down. It's terrible.
Well, that's why he asleep.
You sleep.
Well, because yeah, if you're just unconscious and someone's kicking you in the head, they
Yeah.
could kill you for sure.
You're dead. Yeah, you could die
Yeah,
way
oh
easy.
God, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was so shocked
Them.
of the amount of followers these people have.
Yeah. Well, then, I mean, remember when we did the AI episode and they gave an AI a Twitter account and it quickly learned that if it just used the word Hitler, that people would key on it and key on it and key on it and key on it, you know?
Yeah, but these
And-
people aren't doing that. You have these. I don't know what to
you know
call
what's
them.
weird
Like-
is I put up a tweet actually answering Neil deGrasse Tyson. He put up a tweet about what a cult is, the definition of a cult. And then I tweeted to him, you know, if you're in a political party and you look to your left or your right and you see a Nazi, you're probably in the wrong group. You know, like, yeah, like, wait, we're rooting for the same guy? I think I picked the wrong party. So it's gotten 860 likes so far, or something like that, and 20 retweets, you know,
Mhm.
and it's because I said Nazi.
Nazi.
The AI is right, you know, it's because, and that tweet has also attracted all sorts of psychos about immigration, about abortion. You know, as soon as I use the
So
word
what
Nazi,
you need to do then is guide them to our channel and have them subscribe.
of course, because they're the only ones watching anything.
Yes. Yes.
Mm. Most normal people, you know, they click off after 12 seconds, not these crazy.
But
And
that's what
then-
I found so crazy. Like these people that we were just diving into, like they have YouTube channels and they have subscribers and like
Yeah, oh,
like,
yeah.
it's
well,
insane. Like why would anyone subscribe to that girl who wants to marry DiCaprio with like
Because
who-
they can't wait till she abducts him and cuts him one piece at a time. And then she's like slowly building her Leo face and suit on every episode, you know what I mean? And they're trying to find her before she finally kills him.
it's just crazy to me.
Wow,
This
there's a great movie right there. And Leo DiCaprio could star in it.
it
And
sounds
then
like
she'd kill me for writing it, you know, like
It
"You
sounds like the
stole
king of
my
comedy."
life,
that
my
sounds like the
whole-"
king of comedy. Right? It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
same premise.
Stand-up comic.
Yeah.
Well, no, he abducts Jerry Langford, who is like the Johnny Carson figure, and it's not going to kill him. He's just going to hold him until they let him host an
The show.
episode,
Right.
right? And then
That's a
it's
great movie.
I know so many people haven't seen it. You know, there's another great movie about comedy that's like a indie film called The Dark Backward. Have you ever heard of The Dark Backward?
I've heard of it, yes.
Where the guy grows an arm out of his back. I think it's Judd
I think
Nelson.
I've seen it. I've seen
Judd
it.
Nelson.
Yes.
And
I've
while
seen
he
it.
has the arm grown out of his back, everybody loves him and they all want to invite him on their show and everything.
Right.
And then the arm goes away and nobody wants
And no
to
one
talk
wants
to him.
them. And then he tries putting like a fake one on, and right? Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And that's a
That's
great movie
awesome.
because that's just a metaphor for every comic that had a hook. Anyone who was just,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. Yeah.
you know, the catchphrase. That's what that is, man.
Right. Say the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get her done.
Let's
Don't
wrap
hold
up on our rabbit holes.
All right. We did the alien rabbit hole. We did the celebrity rabbit hole. We did the rabbit hole of the Rabbit Hole podcast. We did the Bugs Bunny rabbit hole. And we did the Alice in Wonderland.
Dr.
rabbit hole.
Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Who even knew the Seuss Meister was a gun for hire? Who do
And a
we-
little racist.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with Ron. Yeah, yeah. What do you call him? What do you call him? Chinese? Yeah, I can do it.